Hello folks, I'm back out in the garage again today. Uh, Today I'm going to concentrate on the rocker panels over on both sides actually, but first on the other side with the big holes in it. I'm going to take care of those, I hope, and then show you what I'm going to do for the floor pan. The floor pans aren't bad enough to warrant cutting out and putting new metal in, and like I said, I'm kind of afraid of fire out here, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to take care of that, how I'm going to address those areas. I think you'll be a little surprised, but I have ordered the cab corners from LMC Truck, and for both sides. I doubt very seriously, they're supposed to be here tomorrow. I doubt very seriously I'll get into working on those. The bed still has to come up and move back. I'll have to get some help to do that, and then I can address those hopefully next weekend. So for today, I'm going to concentrate on the rocker panels, and then, like I said, I'll show you my little surprise. I don't think you'll be expecting what I'm going to do for the floor. So I'll bring you along for the ride and see how much we get done. Okay, let me show you what we got going on here. If I can do this with one hand. We've got about 15 inches that we need to go. And from what I can tell, the width needs to be about 2.5 inches to clear, well, maybe a little bit more. 3 inches, I guess, to clear the rust there on the biggest part of the hole. Well, no. Yeah, 2.5 inches should do it. But then I need to make up about 1/2 inch on the lip here, right here. So I've got a piece of metal that was left over from whenever I did the sides over there. Over there, the bed rails. There we go, and it looks like it pretty much fits the bill. If I can make this tape measure work, it's a good 3 inches this way, and then it's got an up-curved portion of the body line that I cut off over there. That should just about be perfect. I will probably have to bend it this way just a little bit to make that lip for the seal to go down in there. So I'm gonna get busy on that. The inside here is not too bad. It's still got a pretty good bit of paint. I can knock some of this rust off and put some Rust-Oleum rusty metal primer on that. Some of it will burn away, but some of it won't. So it's about the best I can do in there. So let me get busy with that, and I'll get that panel cut and formed, and I'll bring you back to show you what I've got before I cut out the original panel over here. I'll bring you back in a little bit. We'll try to get you in here. I've got the patch pretty much made. I've got the curve about right. Sits in there pretty even. So now I've cut a notch here so that I can try to bend this down a little bit, just like that. Looks pretty good. This will come down some once I get this piece out of the way, and then I may have to trim a little bit off the top of it so that it's the same height as the rest of it. But and then I also need to trim this way because it's a little too long. So I'll do that and bring it back. Okay, I think I got it. It fits pretty good. I'll have to do a little bit of hammering right in here, but otherwise everything fits pretty well. There's a little bit of a curve to this rocker panel when it comes from about here down to here. I guess that's designed to help the water cascade out. So I may have to, like I said, I may have to do a little bit of adjusting with a hammer as I'm welding it in. But let me get this marked, and I'll get that piece cut out, and then we'll clean it all out on the inside, and probably put some paint up in there or something. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I'll bring in and show you what I'm doing. In one of the previous videos, somebody asked how I make the lines fit so nice. I'm going to show you how I do that. I just scribe a line with an awl, and then I run a piece of tape along that line to keep me focused on where I'm supposed to be. I'm sure that once I pull this out or cut this off here on the original piece, that there's going to be some spot welds down in here. I see several of them here that I'll probably have to drill out or grind off, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But just wanted to show you how I do this. So now you can see a nice outline of where it needs to go, and as long as your scribe is sharp enough, it should be a perfect match. And you have to keep the awl kind of angled towards the metal that you're following. So that's how I do that, and I'll bring it back in and show you how I tape it up, and then we'll cut it off. Okay, I got the rocker panel all vacuumed out as much as I could anyway. Nice thing is it's all black in there. I don't see any rust or anything like that. I don't feel any in the bottom. Everything looks good. I didn't catch the truck on fire whenever I welded these pieces here. Closed those up where I'd cut holes in it by accident. I also cut a hole down in here by accident and through here, but I'm hoping that welding this up is going to take care of that. If not, I can put some sealer or something on it from the backside. So now I'm going to fit this thing. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be as good as the bed rails were, but I did, because of the cramped space, I guess, I got off a little bit, so there's a pretty big gap there to fill. I'm hoping that I can get it close enough to where I can fill it and leave it like that. This right here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it doesn't quite fit quite right, but I'm going to leave it like it is and tack it in place and then try to roll it back because it is a little too tall anyway, so I have room for that. So I'll get busy on it. Got my magnets here to hold it in place. There we go. So get a couple of tack welds going, and then I can take that off and start welding. Oh, need another magnet right there. That's got it pretty good. It fits pretty nice right in there. Like I say, there's be a lot of fill welding, but it's what I got to work with. Okay, I guess my welder had to take a break. Got overheated, I guess. It'll turn back on now. Let's see. I believe it will anyway. Yep, light's on. Let's see if it makes a spark. Yep. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but when I was welding earlier, I heard a boink here. It went down. So I'll have to do a little bit of filling there, but I kind of anticipated to have to put a little skim coat filler on this anyway. But I've got from here to here to weld, and from here to here to weld. From here to there. So I'll put you back up on the tripod and finish this up, and we'll call it a day. bring you in and show you what we got. Getting a little better with that MIG welder. It's hard sometimes if you can't steady your hand. But when I had my hand steadied over here, it was going pretty good. I guess I really do need to get a mask so that I can actually steady my welding hand with my other hand. But anyway, I'll grind this off and bring you back and show you what it looks like. Okay, we got most of it ground down. I need to get me a new grinding wheel, or I might even have one in there, but I'm gonna call it quits for the day. Down in here, I couldn't actually get in there because the grinding wheel was so small. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. So, I'm gonna have to take a block of wood probably and put across here and hit on it and bring it down a little bit. It's a little high back here in the back. Again, that's probably buckling from the welding, but it's not terrible. It looks pretty good to me. I mean, as far as the curve goes, it looks like it's about matching. And I do have to still cut some weep holes in it. And once I do that, then after I paint everything in here and do the stuff that I'm going to tell you about here in just a few minutes, then I'll have to put some more seam sealer in. I don't know if I'm going to try to take the old stuff out or not. I probably will, because that stuff was really hard and dry. I don't think that it's actually sealing that well, but we'll have to see. It doesn't look too bad down in there. But like I say, the panel seems to fit nice. The gradual lip here that I was worried about making, using the panel that I made and then basically just tweaking it a little bit in the vise, seemed to work out really well. I believe we can call this one, as far as the welding goes anyway, done. So now I'll let you know about my solution for all these pinholes. There was one up in there too, and on the other side, as you remember, even up on the pillar. I'm not really sure about here what I'm going to do. I might do the same thing as I did with those, because this will all be covered by that black plastic plate. It comes up to this line here. So I'll bring you back and tell you what I'm going to do with that, and we'll call it a day. Okay, this is what I'm going to be doing on the floor for those areas that have pinholes. The floor is structurally sound. There's the little bit of rust that's in there, the pinholes and things like that don't seem to have weakened the floor any. So what I'm going to do is use this along with fiberglass resin, which Pour 15 recommends quite highly, and use that to take care of all those holes that I can't get to. It makes no sense for the little bit of rust that's there. It makes no sense to put in new floorboards, and like I said in the previous video, the welding down in there without somebody spotting it to keep fire at bay and things like this would not make any sense for me. It just wouldn't work well. So what I'm going to do now is show you what comes in the box. I already opened it, but I haven't pulled anything out yet. It comes with a pair of gloves. They say this stuff is really nasty and that you don't want to get it on your fingers or hands or anywhere if you can help it, because you'll be wearing it for weeks. It comes with 2 brushes. One is a sponge, the other is bristle brush. It also comes with a metal cleaner or degreaser, cleaner degreaser. It's 8 fluid ounces. It comes with metal prep, and you do that after the degreaser. Then it comes with the actual 415 paint. Rust preventative permanent coating. It says paint directly over rust, so you really don't even have to get all the rust off. Matter of fact, they even say that it's best if you leave it, you know, basically just wire brush it. So that works pretty well for me. But these are small cans. This is 4 fluid ounces, and the 2 other products are 8 fluid ounces each. So it's supposed to do 6 square feet. So that, from what I can tell, that's more than what I have. So yeah, more than what I have. I don't think I have 6 square feet to work on. So this should take care of what I needed to do. Get rid of all those pinholes and keep me from having to weld in areas where I'd be afraid to start a fire. Okay, well, as you saw, I've got a solution for the pinholes in the floorboard. I've got the rocker panel fixed on that side. The side over here shouldn't be nowhere near as bad, so I'm hoping to get that done tomorrow. And then we should have, or I should have, the cab corners in tomorrow as well. But I'm going to have to clean the bed out again and get the bed picked up and moved back some so that I can actually get in there and work on those. Those shouldn't be too bad. From what I understand, they're usually a little large, so I may have to actually cut them in half and then weld them back together. That's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's aftermarket parts, and aftermarket parts never fit like the original. So I'm gonna call it like I said before, I'm gonna call it a day today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you come back for more. Thanks for coming along for the ride.